you surprised how overweight he was?
Yeah, a little bit, because for the last like 2 months he was talking about me not making weight because I was a big lightweight supposedly, and you know, when he came in heavy, I was really surprised, but it was kind of funny to me, you know, kind of eat his own words. So.
You did 25% of his purse now goes to you because he was over?
Yeah, so I guess I'm extending my vacation after this. I'm Tyson. Thank you, buddy.
Well, you also have the potential of getting KO over the night.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm really hoping for that, obviously. Got some things planned for next year, so the KO, but that definitely will help.
Now, I know a lot of fighters don't say they go in there hunting for a KO, but what did you think the best strategy would be against him?
Oh, I was hunting for a KO.
Oh, okay.
I'm a striker, you know. I mean, I'm a fighter, but I love striking. You know, people come to see, you know, knockouts. Bottom line, if you ask somebody what they want to see a knockout. So, I knew I was much bigger than him. I knew I was taller. I had range on him. I knew I was a better striker, even though he didn't. But I don't know. I knew it. I knew I could put him away.
It took you 10 years to get here. How did it feel when the fight was over and you were able to actually celebrate your first UFC win? Can you describe the emotions?
Oh man, it's hard to explain. I was happy and sad at the same time and crying. It was insane. All the emotions were flowing through me at the same time, and all I could think about, excuse me, it was my daughter. I knew she was watching. That's all I could think about for some reason. But yeah, I'm glad. You know, I'm glad that it took me this long, because you know I'm here to stay. I'm gonna work hard to stay. I don't want to be one of those guys that, you know, we're 22 years old and we're 7-0, popped in, you know, for a couple of fights in UFC, and then they were forgot about. You know, I took their road less traveled. Took me a long time. It was my 50th fight, but you know, I want to stay in UFC till I retire.
And how was the whole experience? Because you fought for a lot of other organizations. How was the experience being a part of the UFC this whole week, and you know, just being a part of the major league, so to speak?
It was great. Everybody's on point. You know, you need something, you get it. It's amazing. It's like I said, everybody's on point with everything.
And what about the cut? Your first time down at 145, how'd you feel?
It was awesome. I know it sounds weird, but it was easier making 46 than it was making 55 before. I got super strict with my diet. I put on extra, close to 30 miles a week of road work into my regimen. So, I mean, it was a blessing in disguise.
You have talked about having so many fights. Does your mental game change at all in the locker room, or just in the weeks leading up, now that you've had so many under your belt, but this one being a UFC debut?
I always had a hard time before fights. I always get super nervous, but with this one, I took all that, I guess, negative energy and I turned it into just a happy thing. I couldn't get a smile off my face the entire week. I was super excited about it, and I wasn't nervous at all. I actually almost fell asleep in the locker room. I was so chilled. I was like, I know I'm better than this guy. I know I can do this, and I did it.
So how old is your daughter, and what does she think of Daddy being a fighter?
She's 4,
okay,
and she loves it. And it's, yeah, she knows that Daddy's gonna protect her no matter what, and yeah, she wanted the first round knockout, because if Daddy gets a first round knockout, she gets a puppy for Christmas. So now we gotta get a dog.
Coming off that last fight, do you feel like you learned anything that you could really implement in your training camp and changes you wanted to make to prepare for this fight? Wrestling,
and more wrestling. I wrestled for the Kamal fight. I wrestled a lot, and then after Kamal fight, that's all I did. We were bringing in different body types, different guys constantly. I think my wrestling game, even though I didn't get to show it tonight, is jumped levels definitely.
And just for the record, did you not want the puppy, and that's why you made the deal, because you were going to maybe try and knock him out in the second round, or are you okay with getting the puppy?
Oh, I want a puppy. My wife doesn't want the puppy, because she's the one doing all the work around the dogs right now. So she's kind of like she runs the household. I just fight.
And no pun intended. Are you going to get a boxer?
No, we got a big doggy already, so we got to get a little one. We're going to get a French bulldog. Yeah, we got an American bulldog now that's a fatty, so we got to get something small now.
Just curious, when you saw that he didn't make weight, did you think that you had won half of the battle? Because if you see a guy out there who's missing weight by 3 pounds, you know he must have struggled just to get to that point. He couldn't lose any more weight. Did you think that you had already won maybe the mental part of it, or any part of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I thought a little bit, you know, that he was breaking. But, you know, first thing that came to my mind was, like, I'm getting extra cash. It doesn't matter. I'm going to whoop him anyway. I'm just going to stay extra few days of my vacation on him.
Nice. Are you going to gamble at all with that?
No, I suck at gambling. I have never won at anything, so I don't gamble.
Nice. Well, you won tonight, so that's good enough, right?
Well, it wasn't a gamble.
Anyone you want next?
Since Tyson's top 10, I want somebody at top 5. I'm not hunting the belt right now, but I want to work my way up. Top 5, top 7. I don't want to go backwards though. I definitely want guys that are ranked that will give me the shot at the belt eventually.
Anyone in particular?
No, because I don't even know who's in top 5. I'll have to get back to you on that one.